Today is a very auspicious day, Disappearance Day of Srila Vrindavan Thakur. Our Gurudev wrote his biography. Veda Vyaso ya evasi daso Vrindavano dhuna sakya ya kushuma pira karyatastam sama vishat. Veda Vyas became Vrindavan Das Thakur. Krishna's friend Kushuma Pir also entered into him for the sake of Lord's pastimes. Gaur Ganadesh Dipika. Veda Vyas described Krishna's pastimes in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Non-different from Vyas, Vrindavan Das described Mahaprabhu's pastimes in his Chaitanya Bhagavat. His book was first called Chaitanya Mangal, but when Lochan Das later gave the same name to his biography of the Lord, it was dubbed Chaitanya Bhagavat. Vrindavan Das was born on the Krishna Dvadashi of the month of Vaishak in 1507. Some say he was born in Mamgachi in the Navadip area. Others say his birthplace was in Kumarhata. His father was Vaikuntanath Bipra, who originally came from Silhet. His mother was Narayani Devi. Narayani was the daughter of Srivas Pandit's elder brother Sri Nalin Pandit. Kavi Karnapur has also mentioned her name in his Gaur Ganadesh Dipika. Ambikaya Swasa Yasi Namni Srila Kilimbika Krishna Chishtam Prabhunjana Seyam Narayani Mata. Kilimbika, who used to eat Krishna's remnants, Uchishta, was the younger sister of Krishna's nurse Ambika, Srivasa's wife Malini. In Mahaprabhu's Lila, she became Narayani. Narayani also achieved fame because Gaura Sundar bestowed his mercy on her when he gave her his remnants. Narayani was only a small child of 4 when the Lord displayed his divine form in the Mahaprakash in Srivas Angan. But the Lord still made her intoxicated with the ecstasy of prema. But before that also I will read after if there will be time. He also induced her to chant Harinam. Whether born in Mamgachi or in Kumarhata, Mamgachi is Modadrun Dvip. There is one Gauriya Mat there, branch of Chaitanya Mat, and that is considered as birthplace of Vrindavan Das Thakur. When doing Navadip Dham Parikrama, we visit that place, and his Gaur Nityananda Diti are there, so that is Mamgachi. Vrindavan Das spent part of his childhood with his mother in Mamgachi, at the home of his maternal grandparents, where Narayani was married. Vrindavan Das's Gaur Nitai deities are still worshipped at the Mamgachi home. When his father died, he and his mother moved to Srivasa's house, where they received Mahaprabhu's special blessings. Vrindavan Das later moved to the village of Denur in the Matreshwar precinct of the Burdwan district. Thus, Denur is considered to be his Shripat, home. Vrindavan Das received copious blessings from Nityananda Prabhu, and he is therefore said to have been his initiated disciple. Vrindavan Das is the recipient of Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. He is the original Vyas of Chaitanya's pastimes, that is Chaitanya Charitamrita. He wrote Chaitanya Bhagavat in 1535. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita, praised him and his work in the following words. Vrindavan Das, the son of Narayani, wrote the Chaitanya Mangal. Veda Vyas described Krishna Lila in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and Vrindavan Das is the Vyas of Chaitanya Lila. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Veda Vyas told the story of Krishna's pastimes in Srimad Bhagavatam. Our Gurudev said that this word story is not actually fully applicable, because story generally is like some fictitious something, but we should not take that meaning to mean for Krishna Lila. Krishna Lila is fact. It is eternally going on. It is not some fictitious mythology or something. That is more real. That is eternally real and fully real. What we are experiencing, this material existence, this is like a dream. It is temporary and it will be destroyed. But that is real. Vrindavan Das Thakur is Vyasadev of the pastimes of Chaitanya. His Chaitanya Mangal annihilates all misfortune. From it I learned the wonders of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu and came to know all the subtlest doctrines of devotional service to Krishna. That is Siddhanta. You will find that Chaitanya Bhagavat, Srila Prabhupada, he commented. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur commented. There he quoted from all different scriptures to show that all Siddhanta is there in Chaitanya Bhagavat. It is same as Srimad Bhagavatam, same Siddhanta. But he quoted from all scriptures to prove or to show from Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, from other so many, to show that is perfect Siddhanta. Vrindavan Das Thakur has summarized the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam's teachings in his Chaitanya Mangal. If even an atheist or a Muslim should listen to Chaitanya Mangal, he immediately becomes a great Vaishnava. An ordinary human being could not have composed such a sublime work. Lord Chaitanya himself has spoken through the mouth of Vrindavan Das. I offer millions of obeisances unto the lotus feet of Vrindavan Das Thakur, who has delivered the entire universe through his book. He was born in the womb of Narayani, who ate the remnants of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How wonderful is his description of the activities of the Lord. Simply by hearing them, the three worlds have become sanctified. This is also in Chaitanya Charitamrita. In the Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur primarily narrates Mahaprabhu's early life, such as his childhood, his student life, his chastisement of the Kaji, his departure from Navadip, as well as some aspects of his life in Puri. He then became so absorbed in the description of Nityananda Prabhu's Lila that he only gave an abbreviated account of Mahaprabhu's later pastimes. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami then elaborated on these undescribed activities in his Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote, Vrindavan Das is the authorized biographer of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and equal to Srila Vyasadeva. He has described the Lord's pastimes in a very sweet way. He was afraid of excessively enlarging his book and so left some parts of Mahaprabhu's pastimes untold. I shall try as far as possible to fill in these empty spaces. That is why you will find in all Gauriya Mats in the morning, there is Chaitanya Bhagavat reading, and then Chaitanya Charitamrita, and again Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Charitamrita, like this. It is going on continuously. In the morning, Gaur Lila, and evening means night time after Arati, Srimad Bhagavatam. Vrindavan Das's criticism of Vaishnava Aparat. Vrindavan Das showed infinite mercy on the fallen souls by warning them, Eto pori hare oje papi ninda kore, tobe lati maron tar shirer upore. If someone still blasphemes the Vaishnavas even after being told how objectionable it is, I will kick him in the head. These same words are repeated several times throughout the Chaitanya Bhagavat. Some foolish and arrogant persons misunderstand such statements and criticize Vrindavan Das for having made them. Such criticism leads them to be mired in the bog of Vaishnava Aparat. In this connection, the remarks of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, Prabhupada, the founder of the Sri Chaitanya Math and all the Gauriya Maths, are well worth studying. I am even ready to kick the heads of those envious and hellish persons who blaspheme Nityananda Prabhu, to forever prevent them from repeating their attempts to show disrespect for the Supreme Lord. Not only that, by so doing, I can bring about a clear conception of the truth, and I will be offering them the greatest service. With these words, the Thakur reveals compassion for even the most atheistic blasphemer with the unswerving faith appropriate to a servant of Nityananda Prabhu, the Supreme Guru. By this he instructs that though such people are an object of indifference due to their foolishness, Madhyamadikari has to avoid them, those who are very against, so they are indifferent to them. But Uttamadikari, as I spoke some days back, he has that power. He can rescue anyone, he can convert. So here, this mercy shown by this, by this he instructs that though such people are an object of indifference due to their foolishness, their ignorance of the truth of Nityananda Prabhu, their insistence on rushing headlong on the path to hell, and their reluctance to act in their own real self-interest. Nevertheless, he, means Vrindavan, and other compassionate Vaishnavas like him, who practice and preach the Lord's doctrines, act for their welfare selflessly and causelessly. Vrindavan Das Thakur is a servant of Nityananda Prabhu, who is an avatar of Vyas and Acharya of the Vaishnava faith. If even a single fleck of dust should fall from Vrindavan Das's foot onto the head of a sinful blasphemer, then that person will be blessed and all his sinful conditioning will inevitably be eradicated. The compassion of Vishnu and Vaishnavas is beyond the comprehension of those who do not know what is truly in their own self-interest. Anyone who follows in the footsteps of Vrindavan Das Thakur and both practices and preaches pure devotion to Gaur Krishna will always be engaged in an effort to bring about everyone's ultimate well-being. Though he may make a show of wanting to punish the enemies of the Lord, he in fact harbors a compassion toward them that knows no limit. But here we have to be careful not to misuse this. Only those who are really practicing and preaching, means they are pure devotees. They have no any selfish interest, no any false ego, all this. Really they have compassion for all jivas. They can do like this. But if someone tries to imitate and expresses some hatred or some punishment, violence to any jiva out of his own grudge or something, in the name of being compassionate to that foolish person, then he will not bring that person's welfare nor himself. He will commit offense himself. So we have to be very careful who can do what. Kanishta Adhikari has certain practice. Madhyam Adhikari has certain duty and he has to behave according to his adhikar. If Kanishta, sometimes he's thinking I am Guru, he will be punished for that misbehavior. And Madhyam, if he will not avoid those who are faithless, means fully against, he will also, it will not be good for him if he goes beyond. But Uttamadhikari, he may do this when being ordered by Supreme Lord to act in the pastimes of Madhyamadhikar to rescue the fallen souls. They can do, and there will be no bad reaction. Really, they are compassionate so much, but we should not imitate if we are not on that platform and for some other selfish motives. Vrindavan Das Thakur's disappearance day is the Krishna Dashami of Vaishak today. There is some dispute about the exact year of his disappearance, which was likely 1589. So I want to read some portion from Chaitanya Bhagavat, where Narayana is mentioned. You know that Mahaprabhu, there was a kirtan going on in Srila Thakur's house. So many atheists, they were complaining, and they also made a false statement that the king's men are coming to arrest the Vaishnavas. So Srivas Pandit was most liberal. He had firm faith in whatever he heard. Considering that the Yavanas were ruling the kingdom, he became fearful. And Gaurachandra knew the heart of his devotee, because they are violent people. So he was afraid. They were spreading this news. So the devotees did not know that the Lord had personally appeared. That was before Mahaprabhu revealed himself. Therefore, the son of Sachi began to reveal himself. Mahaprabhu Vishwambar, who was incomparable throughout the three worlds and more attractive than Cupid, fearlessly wandered about Navadip. Fragrant sandalwood pulp was smeared all over his body. His lotus eyes and crimson lips were enchanting. His curling hair adorned his face, which resembled the full moon. A Brahmana thread enhanced the beauty of his shoulders and his exquisite form. He was dressed in fine cloth, and his lips were tinged with the color of betel. He happily proceeded towards the bank of the Ganges. On seeing him, all the pious persons became happy and all the atheists became morose. In spite of hearing the rumors, he is not at all frightened. He wanders about town like a prince. Someone else said, "Oh brother, I have understood. Wait a while and you will see. This is all a cover for his escape." Vishwambar fearlessly looked around and saw before him the beautiful flowing Ganges and its charming banks. He saw nearby a herd of grazing cows who were lowing as they came to the bank of the river to drink water. Some of the cows raised their tails and ran about. Some of them fought each other. Some laid down and some drank water. On seeing this, the Lord repeatedly thundered, "I am He, I am He. Muisei, Muisei." Now I will read the Bengali also. Ei moto dhaya gela Srivaser ঘরে কিকারি শ্রীবাসিয়া বলো এ হুঙ্কারে নৃসিংহ পূজয়ে শ্রীনিবাস জয় ঘরে পুনঃ পুনঃ লাতি মারে তাহার দুয়ারে কাহারে পুজিস কারিস্কার কাহারে পুজিস কারিস্কার ধ্যান যাহারে পুজিস তারে দেখি বিদ্যমান. In that mood, Mahaprabhu, the Lord rushed to Srivasa's house, where he loudly exclaimed, "O Srivas, what are you doing?" The Lord kicked again and again on the door of the room in which Srivas was worshipping Nrisinghadev. Who are you worshipping? Who are you meditating on? Look, he whom you are worshipping is standing before you. Srivas Thakur is a devotee, so if there is any danger from outside or from inside, they will take shelter of Nrisinghadev. Our Gurudev for Purushottam month, this year it will happen. No, it was for Harismaran Mahotsav. Gurudev told that during Harismaran Mahotsav month, always we have to remember Krishna. But there are 3 obstacles in remembrance of Krishna. Kanaka Kamini Pratishta, desire for wealth, sexual enjoyment, and name and fame. And due to that, we are seeing or speaking about the faults of others, not seeing their good qualities, and praising ourselves and not seeing our bad qualities. These are all obstacles to remembrance of Krishna. So Gurudev told that time, so because of this we have to chant Nrisingha mantra, pray for his grace, like Srivas Thakur did. There Gurudev told in example is Srivas. He was worshipping Nrisingha Bhagavan to remove these obstacles to pure devotion. Otherwise we cannot progress. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself means he showed or assumed that mood and form of Nrisingha, as we will see. So I am here. Jwalanta anal dekhe Srivas Pandit Hoilo Samadhi Bhanga Chahe Chori Bhit Dekhe Birasane Bosi Ache Vishambar Chaturbhu Chanka Chakra Gada Padmadhar Garjite Ache Jeno Mata Singhasar Bama Kakshe Talidia Koro Yehunkar. Shiva's Pandit saw a blazing fire, and his meditation was broken. He opened his eyes and looked around him. He saw Vishwambar sitting like a hero and holding conch, disc, club and lotus in his 4 hands. The Lord repeatedly roared like an intoxicated lion as he slapped the left side of his stomach. Dekhiya hoila kampa shriva shorire, stabda hoila Srinivas kichu inas pure. Dekhiya bolo ye Prabhu are Srinivas, etodin na janis amar prakash. Tor uccha sankirtan narar hunkare, charya vaikunta ainu sarva porivare. On seeing him, Srivas Pandit began to tremble and became completely speechless. The Lord said, "O Srinivas, all these days you did not know about my appearance. By your loud chanting and Naras roaring, that is Advaita Acharya, I left Vaikuntha and came here with my associates." The Advaita Acharya. Nischinte achoho tumi more na janiya, Shantipure gelo nara amare eria, Sadhu udharimu dusto binashimu sab, Tor kichu chintanai poro mor stop, Prabore dekhiya preme kande Srinivas, Guchilo antarbhoy paya ashwas. You are living unconcerned without recognizing me, and Nara has avoided me by going to Shantipur. I will deliver the saintly persons and destroy the miscreants. Do not worry, offer prayers to me. Like Krishna says in Gita, Paritranaya sadhana vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samstapanarthaya sambhavami juge juge. Here also, sadhu dharimu, I will rescue the sadhus. Dushto binashim sab, I will destroy all those who are dushto, means wicked. Miscreants. But our Prabhupada told in that song, Ore dushto mon, tumi kiser Vaishnav, pratishtara tore nirjanero ghore, tava harinam kevala koitak. Who is dushto? Means wicked in my mind. Dushto mon, tumi kiser Vaishnav. You are, what kind of Vaishnav you think you are? Pratishtara tore nirjanero ghore tava harinam kevala koita. For the sake of name and fame, worldly, that name and fame, that I am a great Vaishnav, you want to go to secluded place and do bhajan as if you are so advanced, and internally you will meditate on Radha Krishna Lila and you will serve in Lila. Because some disciples of Prabhupada, they, without taking his permission, they went to Radhakund and they thought they can do bhajan like that. So Prabhupada told that is only for pratishta, not that is all cheating. Your chanting of Harinam in that secluded place is all cheating, because not doing according to instruction of Guru. But by your own false, you think you are so competent, and being illusioned by that, and for the sake of name and fame you are doing, avoiding the instruction of Gurudev. So that is not good. So dushto, this dushto mon, also Nrishinga Bhagavan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, they are all merciful. They can subdue that. Prabhure dekhiya preme kande Srinivas, Guchilo antar bhoy pai ashwas, Horishe purnito hoilo sarva kolevar, Dandaiya stuti kore juri duikar, Sahaje pandit boro Mahabhagavat, Agya pai stuti kore jeno abhimat. Srivas cried out of love on seeing the Lord, and the fear in his heart was dispelled by the Lord's assurance. Srivasa's entire body became filled with ecstasy, and he stood up with folded hands and began offering prayers to the Lord. Srivas Pandit was a natural scholar and a Mahabhagavat. Having been ordered by the Lord, he offered heartfelt prayers. Bhagavate ache Brahma moha panodon Seishlok paristute koren pratham. He first recited a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam that was spoken by Lord Brahma after his bewilderment. This year, Purushottamant is coming, so we'll have to hear these prayers of Brahma after getting grace of Krishna. So then here Srivas is giving, first he's giving from Bhagavatam and then his own composition, so many prayers in glorification of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu, after Srivas spoke all the prayers, they are long prayers here, very beautiful. He was overwhelmed in ecstasy when singing the glories. Then the Lord smiled after hearing the prayers of Srivas. Being compassionate to Srivas, the Lord spoke to him. Stri putra adijoto tomar barir, dekuk amar rup koroho bahir, sastrik hoya puja charan amar, bor mago jeno icha monete tomar. Prabhur paya agya Srivas Pandit, sarva porikar songe aila tvarit. Bring your wife, children, and other members of your household and let them see my form. In the company of your wife, worship my lotus feet and ask for any benediction you desire. This is point. The worship of Supreme Lord is to be done, not sense enjoyment. Being ordered by the Lord, Srivas Pandit immediately brought all his family members. Vishnu Puja Nimit Jotek Pushpa Chilo, Sakal Prabhur Paye Shakshate Dilo, Ganda Pushpa Dhup Dipe Puje Shri Charan, Sastrik Hoya Bipra Koren Krondon, Bhai Patni Das Dase Sokol Loya, Srivas Koren Kaku Chorone Puria. He offered at the feet of the Lord whatever flowers were there for the worship of Vishnu. In the company of his wife, the Brahmana cried as he worshipped the lotus feet of the Lord with sandalwood paste, that is gandha, flowers, pushpa, dhup, incense, and lamps, deep. Then after, this is 4 articles, then the 5th one is Naivedya, and that is 5 articles puja we have to do, offer to Bhagavan, to Guru, and Gauranga and Radha Krishna. Gandha Pushpa Deep, Srivas Pandit led his brothers, wives, servants and maidservants in humbly falling at the lotus feet of the Lord. Then, after worshipping, Mahaprabhu told that, why are you afraid? I am in the heart of everyone. I am also in the heart of that king whom you are believing he will come and disturb here. I am in his heart. Without my sanction, nothing can happen. So why are you afraid? I'm not. I'm the director of all living entities in the innumerable universes. The king will have you arrested only if I make him do so. Or if I don't, then it is impossible. So that is why only protection, actual protection is, we have to take shelter of Krishna. He's the only maintainer and protector. Then, yes. And he said, I will say to the king, you dare to stop Sankirtan on the advice of these fellows. Everyone has now seen what power they actually have. Okay, Mahaprabhu is explaining here. Then he said, I will induce everyone to chant the name of Krishna and cry, including the king and his subjects. Ihate ba pratyaya tume bas mone, shakshate koron dekho apon noyone, samukhe dekhaye ek balika aponi, Srivaser bratri suta nam narayani, adyapiho vaishna pandale jar dvani, Chaitanya Abhashesh Patra Narayani. Do not maintain the slightest doubt. I will show you now, before your own very eyes, what? I will induce everyone to chant Hari. The Lord then looked at Srivasa's niece, a small girl named Narayani, standing before him. Even today, Narayan is known among Vaishnavas as the recipient of Lord Chaitanya's remnants. Sarvabhutantarjami Shri Gauranga Chant, Agya Koila Narayani Krishna Volikant, Chari Batsarer Sei Unmata Chorit, Ha Krishna Volya Kande Nahi Kosambit, Anga Bohi Pore Dhara Pritivir Tole. Paripurna Hoilostol, Nayanero Jole. Sri Gauranga, the super soul of all living entities, ordered her, Narayani, chant the name of Krishna and cry. That 4-year-old child, in Shastra you will find that one should start bhajan at the age of 5. Prahlad Maharaj said, Kaumaram Acharet Pragyo. At 5. And Dhruva was also 5. But Mahaprabhu is most munificent. He made 4-year-old. That 4-year-old child immediately acted like she was mad. She cried, chanted, "O Krishna," and forgot herself. Tears flowed from her eyes to the ground, making the area around her wet. Hasya hasya bole Prabhu Bishwambhar, Ekon tomar ki guchilo sobdor. Mahabhakta Srinivas Sarva Tattva Jane, Asphalya Dui Bhujo bole Prabhu Stane. Lord Vishwambar smiled and said, now have your fears been dispelled? The expert speaker Srinivas knew all truths. Sarva Tattva Jane. He raised his arms and spoke to the Lord. He said, you are creating, destroying, maintaining this universe. What is impossible for you? Srila Thakur said, Kal Rupi Tomar Vigraha Bhagavane, Jokon Sakal Shrishti Sam Haria Ane, Tokon na kori bhoy tor nam bole, Ekon kiser bhoy tumi mor ghore. Bolia abishta hoila Pandit Shrivas, Goshtir sohi deke Prabhur Prakash. O Lord, when you, in the form of time, annihilate the entire creation, I am not afraid due to the power of your holy names. One who is chanting Harinam, he has no fear. He's realized that I'm not this body. Even if whole world is destroyed, no problem. So what is there to fear now that you are personally present in my house? After speaking in this way, Srivas Pandit became overwhelmed as he and his associates saw the Lord's opulences. Chari vede jare dekhibare obilas, taha dekhe Srivaser joto dasidas. He whom the four Vedas desired to see was seen by Srivasa's servants and maidservants. So from this Narayani, Srila Vrindavan Thakur was born. She is also from Krishna Lila. We heard Kilimbika and Vrindavan is Kushuma Pir. So let me see if I can find also when Mahaprabhu gave her remnants. Generally we hear about remnants, so I wanted to read this one because this is also the Narayani in Lila. Here he told her, you chant. To prove I can do this. Without Krishna sanctioning, no one can do anything. So the only protector is Krishna. But the problem is we don't sincerely take shelter of Krishna. We don't believe it. So we don't actually take, we believe in our own and others' protection, not in Krishna's protection. That is why, because of this, we don't want to take shelter. Otherwise we would. So therefore fear is there and all the problems and everything. That is in when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did that Mahaprakash. That time he gave her 1 second, 8, 7. When he revealed himself as Supreme Lord in the house of Srivas, then he blessed all devotees like Sridhar and others, Murari Gupta, Advaita Acharya. I'm trying to find if we can find that about Narayani. Haridas Thakur also was blessed, and Advaita Acharya that, and Mukunda. So many teachings they gave. Yes, I found, yes, at the end of this chapter, Okay, I will read this also. 1 second. Thereafter, the Lord gave his garland and battle remnants to everyone. After receiving remnants from the mouth of the Lord, whose face resembled millions of autumn moons, all the devotees ate them in great ecstasy. Bojoner abashesh jotek achila, Narayani punyavati taha sepaila, Srivaser bratri suta balika agyan, Tahare bojon shesh prabhu koredan, Parama anande khai prabhur prasad, Sakala Vaishnavtare kore ashirvad. The fortunate Narayani received the remnants left after the Lord finished eating. The innocent young girl Narayani was the daughter of Srivasa's brother. The Lord gave her his remnants. All the Vaishnavas blessed her as she joyfully ate the Lord's remnants. Dhanyo dhanyo eise sebilo Narayan, Balika swabhabe dhanyo ihar jibon, Khaile Prabhu Ragya hoy Narayani, Krishner Paramanande Kanda Deki Shuni. Heno Prabhu Chaitanyer Agyay Prabhav, Krishna Bolikande Oti Balika Swabhav. She is indeed glorious because she engaged in Narayana's service. Although she was a child, her life became glorious. After she ate the Lord's remnants, the Lord ordered her, O Narayani, let me hear you cry in ecstasy for Krishna. Lord Chaitanya's order had such potency that the innocent young girl began to cry while calling out the name of Krishna. Adyapiho Vaishnav Mandale Ei Dvani Gauranger Abashesh Patra Narayani. Jare jeno agya kore Thakur Chaitanya se asya bilambe hoy upasanna. Eso bachane jar nahi ko pratit sadya adah. Pat tar jani honishchit. Even today it is well known in Vaishnav society that Narayani was the recipient of Gauranga's remnants. Here in commentary, Prabhupada wrote, in the course of narrating topics concerning his mother, the author describes the past incident of how his mother received the Lord's remnants. Whoever was called by Lord Chaitanya immediately came before him. Know for certain that one who does not believe these topics will inevitably fall down. So, Narayani, very fortunate, and Vrindavan Thakur. Today is his disappearance day. I remembering his birthplace there in Mamgachi. There is also his deity there. Deity of Vrindavan Thakur. His object of worship, Gaur Nityananda and Vrindavan Thakur also. And on the walls, outside, maybe inside also, I don't remember. Outside, I know, many verses of Chaitanya Bhagavata are written there. So I'm bowing down to Srila Vrindavan Thakur, praying for his causeless mercy to forgive all offenses which I may have done knowingly or unknowingly, and to bestow service of his lotus feet and the lotus feet of his object to worship, Gaur Nityananda Prabhu. Tomorrow we'll further hear